Happy Tuesday. And for those of you in Maine, South Carolina, a few other places, happy Election Day. Some of you have asked about the background here. I'm up in northern Michigan, spending a couple of weeks with the family and doing the show from up here. We have a studio van for the show, but this is what was my dad's office that I have now commandeered. So the background is behind his desk. We have a couple of things from my time in Israel, a picture of my dad and my godfather there, American flag, and then a weather vane that was given to us. So kind of a fun look around the background. Northern Michigan, northern Maine are very similar. And there is something to be said about how awful of a human being Graham Platner is at every level. That's been exhaustively covered as we have. Tonight, I think we really need to examine why someone like that can win the Democratic nomination and why right now they're ahead in the polls to win the Senate seat in Maine. This is why people are angry, really angry. And Platner said it himself. He said, when you're working 3 jobs and you can't put food on the table, and Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk are nearly trillionaires, people are angry and they will do anything and elect anyone who says they are going to help. Susan Collins is part of the establishment. She's cast 11,000 or 10,000 votes, whatever is in the Senate, because she never misses one. And people want help. And Platner is telling them that he will help them. He will tax the billionaires. He will make things more affordable. He will deliver free healthcare. Now, as a junior or freshman senator, there's not a chance he's going to be able to do those things. But I'm old enough to remember when a guy promised to build a wall and understood why people were angry in Appalachia, and he got elected president, even though there was a tape of him talking about grabbing women by a certain body part. So people who keep sort of saying that this Graham Platner guy is unqualified need to realize that they do not live in the parts of America that are electing people and the parts of America that are really hurting right now. There are a number of Republicans making the exact same mistake Democrats made in 2016. So that's something really important to consider. We're going to talk about that tonight. The debate in California right now, as we've told you over and over and over again, you don't have to cheat when you make the rules. There's now evidence that there is homeless shelters with hundreds of people registered to vote at and not a single bed. So yes, the right of a homeless person to vote is extremely important. Does that outweigh my right to not have my vote overshadowed by 100 ballots that get just dropped somewhere at an organization that has a vested interest in keeping the billions of dollars of gravy train flowing? That is a real debate. It's probably why Nithya Raman was able to pull ahead of Spencer Pratt. So that's a huge point there. For everybody who says, well, Steve Hilton won, but Spencer Pratt didn't, spare me. One is statewide, way harder to overcome those vote margins. Big day on Capitol Hill, more UFO news. For those of you into UFOs, we will have why this time will be exactly the same as all the other disclosure days, in which we disclose a bunch of stuff that basically just says there's a lot of unanswered questions, which probably have been answered. The Biden book, we talked about it yesterday. Joe Biden is out with a new book deal. Got me thinking, Democrats love to watch their own party burn or read about their own party burning. Kamala Harris, burn book, just sold everybody under the table and talked about how angry she was. New York Times bestseller for months. Same with Jill Biden. It's going to debut tomorrow on the New York Times list, likely at number 1, if not number 2. Burn book again. Just angry and throwing everybody under the bus. So why did Joe Biden get a big book deal? Because these books sell, much to the chagrin of the Democratic Party, Democratic establishment. The Carmelo Anthony story. This is the black teenager who stabbed a white teenager at a track meet in Texas and claimed self-defense. That trial is about wrapping up. It seems as though things have not gone very well for the defense. So we are going to try and figure out either what happened, why it happened, and then also what the effects are going to be, because the race issues here are going to be very real. Speaking of race issues, may not have seen this video. To me, it is stunning, of an immigrant standing over and kneeling effectively on a white guy in Belfast, Northern Ireland, and trying to behead him. He was a Sudanese immigrant. There are mass protests planned for the United Kingdom. Lastly, and sadly, the Southern Poverty Law Center. That is something that was near and dear to my heart for a very long time. Morris Dees was a hero of mine. It is now turned into um, a really despicable organization in terms of how it has gone about trying to attack what they call extremism. Basically, it has become a left wing NGO that calls anybody they don't like extremists. And it turns out, time and time again, basically funded the very hate that they said they were trying to stop, to quote unquote expose it. Big congressional hearings about that today. So, why this is important, we'll get into. But suffice it to say, it is sad when people who do so much or who've done so much good, as Morris Dees did, that their organization has gotten so co opted. So, welcome again, as always, to First Dispatch. For those of you who subscribe on Substack, starting tomorrow, you're going to get the actual war note, the daily email at 7 p.m. from Substack. So the move is going to be complete. And sure appreciate you guys coming along this journey with us. As always, make sure you tell your friends to subscribe. They can get founding memberships through Wednesday or so for free at warnotes.com. We'll see you soon.